What's up, you guys? Welcome to the AmplifAI Network weekly training. OMG, we are super excited. We definitely partner in harnessing the power of AI in this community as we provide resources for you all over in our private community knowledge. We have a huge community base over there where we're super interactive to make sure that we give you all that you need to succeed in this new era that is known as 4.0 industry of technology and all things artificial intelligence. Again, we are super excited to be here. I'm super excited to shout out my host, Zero In, and our subject matter expert for today, Yoshika, who you will be seeing and hearing from. We're so excited for what we have created and are offering up to you. Before I bring up our host, for the training, I want to encourage you to go subscribe to our Amplify Network Fanbase camp. If you are on YouTube and you are not a part of the Fanbase family, come on over, become a part of the family. There's a lot of great perks to being on this platform. In this space, you'd be able to join our camp so that you can get notifications within the space. And if you are on Fanbase, but you haven't connected with us over on YouTube, go over to our Amplify Network YouTube channel, hit subscribe. Remember, that digital currency is so important, and we would love to have you a part of our family. I'm going to kick it off over to Zero In. Thank you so much.
What's up, y'all? Testing. Do you hear me? I'm in the building. How are you feeling? How are we doing? It is Saturday. Boo, 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 boo. Listen, I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be here because I'm stepping into something new. I'm stepping into doing things that I've never done before. I'm stepping into a collective of people who are like-minded and congregating around all things tech, all things AI, all things future. And that's me. That's me. I'm elevating my circle and I love to be in company with all of y'all. Thank y'all for being here. As you see, we're doing something that is pretty new to the Fanbase platform. We are live streaming, right? We're live streaming and we're doing it across multiple different platforms. And we're bringing you some really good information, right? Under the AI umbrella. So again, my name is T Lee, also known as Zero In on Fanbase, right? And we represent the Amplify Network. Amplify Network. That's AmplifAI. That twist on AI. And you see, we got our branding up. I'm very excited. We got branding to match the live stream, to match the community. And it's a thing, y'all. It's a vibe. And so I appreciate you all rocking with us. We got a whole show prepared for y'all, and I'm so excited about our subject matter expert Yoshika. She has really been a godsend, as has so many different people on the platform, right, who have been rolling up their sleeves, looking into AI, building in AI, launching things in AI. And we've been able to zero in with these people all across these fan base streets and beyond and understand, like, what is it that they're doing? What is it that they know how to do? And can they come to the community and share with the rest of us? I want to say this. It is so important to me, being a part of this collective, that people understand that you do not have to be well versed in tech, well versed in AI to be a part of this community. And I say that because I'm not someone that went the traditional route and got a college degree in any of this. I'm not somebody that spent a lot of time in corporate America. And yet I find myself in technology and I'm doing very well. I'm not somebody who is necessarily a fast learner, right? And yet I am in these spaces and I'm doing very well. And so I know that if I can be a part of this collective, my sweet spot here is to really usher in and handhold people who are scared about technology, scared about AI, scared about where do I even start, intimidated, right? I don't think you need to be intimidated. I know you don't need to be intimidated, especially if you got me and a whole collective of people that we are building under the Amplify brand. Okay. So you can always shoot us a message on either platform, whether that's YouTube or that's Fanbase. You can keep coming every Saturday to these rooms that we are hosting, right? 7 p.m. EST every Saturday. We're going to be consistent with this, y'all, and we're holding each other accountable with being consistent and be in community and learn this stuff from the ground up. because that's really what it's about. Not wanting to get left behind, wanting to understand how AI applies to our everyday lives. And then what are some of those creative and ambitious and audacious um, dreams and ideas that we have in our head? We gonna unpack them together. We're gonna learn this stuff together, and I'm so super excited to present Yoshika. But before we do that, I want to just first kind of circle back, and because I'm good for trying to close the loop, and recap what we did last week. So if you missed it, last Saturday we hosted an AI terminology day, right? And what that was let's take the top 10 terms in AI and let's break them down. Let's break what they mean. But we did it in a very, very creative way. What am I talking about? What you talking about, Teely? What I'm talking about is we sat up there and we said, okay, let's take these words and let's make it fun. Let's say a word, let's think about the word and what we think it means. Then let's level up and let's go see what the dictionary says. What's the industry standard definition of a word? And then knowing how the English standard and the dictionary standard is going to be overkill. Let's then take that and let's simplify it and then have a simplified version of that word, right? So that we can get comfortable speaking about these terms, but also giving some examples of each term that we can clearly understand. So I'm going to pull those up in a second. Let's see. All right. And here they go. Bam. So, this is just a quick recap. We talked about 10 different words, and there's a bonus in there. You'll see it when we get there. We talked about artificial intelligence, also commonly known as AI. We talked about machine learning, also known as ML. We talked about algorithm, natural language processing, also known as NPL. We talked about data and a bonus data set. We talked about computer vision, Internet of Things, also known as IoT. We talked about bias, chatbot, and AI virtual assistant. We broke all of these terms down, and guess what? If you missed it, you don't have to feel any kind of way about that. And here's why. Everything it is that we did, we recorded it. Everything it is that we did, we're recapping it. And you're going to be able to find it on YouTube and find it on Fanbase under Plus. We'll be uploading it this weekend. You'll be able to circle back, spin the block, and you'll be able to catch up with us. And guess what? Here's the best part. It's not going to be a whole 1 hour replay. It's going to be less than 10 minutes to watch a video that recaps what a whole 3 hour conversation was, right? And we're going to make sure that no one feels left behind. So, again, right before I move forward, I just want to recap what those simplified definitions were of each word, and then we'll keep going. Okay. So, starting with one, artificial intelligence, the simplified version was it is teaching computers to think and make decisions like people. Machine learning was a way for computers to learn new things by finding patterns in data and learn from it. Three, algorithm, a step by step set of instructions that tells the computer what to do. Four, natural language processing, teaching computers to understand and talk like people. Five, data, information that computers use to learn and make decisions. Data set, a collection of related sets of information that can be manipulated by a computer. Six, computer vision, helping computers see and understand pictures or videos. Seven, Internet of Things is when everyday objects like lights, our refrigerators, and other appliances in our home are connected to the internet so they can share information and work smarter. Eight, Bias, when a computer makes unfair decisions because it learned from bad or incomplete information. That one sparked something last week. I don't know if y'all remember that, but when we got to the bias, everyone had something to say and contribute about that. And we should, because we need to be diverse at these tables when we are building these things out. Because it not having all the information, it not having all the context, it can have an output that is not accurately reflecting everyone's perspective, right? So we all need to be at the table to feed data in. And so bias was a good one. We'll probably do a whole thing just on bias because it got so much attention. Number 9, chatbot, a computer program that is pre-trained on questions on a specific business or topic that can talk with people. And the last one was 10, AI virtual assistant, and that is a smart program that helps you with tasks by listening and responding to questions and requests about almost anything. Y'all, that was the 10 terms that we talked about last week. And we concluded all of this and then we did trivia at the end. It was fun. It was dope. It was a time. We stayed for the after party, and hopefully we're going to have the after party on Fanbase today and keep that spirit and that momentum going. So, without further ado, I appreciate you. This has been fun. I'm rocking with y'all the whole way through. I'm gonna be here at the end. Athena's gonna be here at the end. We'll close us out. But right now, it's time for the main event. Okay? All right. So what we're doing right now is we're about to shift over to our main presentation, and our main presenter, Yoshika, who is a firestorm. I cannot do her background justice, but she is about to kick it off. And her title for today is Master Prompt Engineering, ChatGPT, and Custom GPTs. All right, you're gonna want to stick around for this, and we're gonna have the recap for you. Probably we'll roll it out next weekend. So every time we do this, we'll make sure that we're recapping and uploading and all that good stuff. But now, drum roll, Yoshika, are we ready?
Hey everyone. My name is Yoshika Gorner. You see Yoshika Williams Gorner on the screen. I just want to share a little bit about myself. I am a speech language pathologist. I work with children with disabilities. That's my main career. But I'm a speech language pathologist that has a love for artificial intelligence. I became very intrigued about artificial intelligence. I think it was January of 2023, if I'm not mistaken. I started out creating like the AI images. And now, fast forward to January of 2025, I am slowly moving into AI filmmaking because I love just taking my images and animating them, making them move, making them talk, doing creative things with them. So it's just my overall love for artificial intelligence, everything about artificial intelligence. It doesn't matter what it is, uh, AI agents. I just love the technical part about how to connect these AI agents with my data uh, for automation. So I'm just intrigued about it all. And I do want to share this information with you. I want to share my passion of artificial intelligence. Whatever I am learning, I always like to share it with others so they can learn as well. So, again, today's session is on mastering prompt engineering, ChatGPT, and custom GPTs. I'm really excited to be here with you all, and I appreciate you taking the time to dive into this topic with me. I want to state that AI is evolving fast. It's rapidly evolving, and ChatGPT is one of the most powerful tools out there. But to truly get the most out of it, you need to know how to ask the right questions and use it effectively. That's where prompt engineering and custom GPTs come in. Okay. So by the end of this session, you'll know how to craft prompts that get the best responses from ChatGPT, use AI to boost productivity in work, in business, and creativity, build your own custom GPT without needing to code, and stay ahead in the AI revolution. So let's get started. So I'm going to go to the next screen here, the next slide, and I'll make it a little bit bigger here. All right. So the topic that you see here is why prompt engineering and custom GPTs matter. So first, let's talk about why this matter. You see, AI doesn't think like humans. It predicts responses based on pattern in data, right? That means that if you ask vague or unclear questions, you'll get vague or unclear answers. So I want you to think of it like this. I want to give you an example, right? If you go to a restaurant and just say, give me some food, the waiter won't know what you want, right? Because it's very vague. The waiter could guess, but it may not be the correct, answer or response. But if you say, I'd like a well done steak with mashed potatoes and no gravy, you'll get exactly what you're asking for, right? That's exactly how ChatGPT works. The more specific and structured your prompt, the better your response will be. And with custom GPTs, you can take it a step further by creating an AI assistant or AI chatbot that is tailored to your specific needs. You know, if it's if you want to build a custom GPT for a specific purpose, you're able to do that with these custom GPTs. These things serve a purpose for you or maybe for your clients. Okay. Like, for example, you create a chat bot for your website to answer questions for your clients or potential clients that come to your website and they want to learn more about the product or service that you're offering. So that is a way to utilize, custom GPTs for that reason. Okay. So um, again, that's exactly how ChatGPT works. And we'll go a little bit further into custom GPTs. We'll cover that later. But I do want to ask a question, and you can put it in the chat. Have you ever asked ChatGPT something and got a weird or unhelpful answer? That's probably because the prompt wasn't clear. But don't worry, by the end of this session, you'll know exactly how to fix that. Okay? So let's move on to our next slide. We're going to talk next about the secrets to effective prompt engineering. All right? Now let's talk about how to craft the perfect prompt. There's a simple structure you can use to get better, more useful answers from ChatGPT every single time. And it goes something like this. Step one is assign a role. You tell ChatGPT who to be. For example, you can say, act as a fitness coach or take on the persona of a fitness coach, right? That's assigning a role. Step two, give a clear task to ChatGPT. Say exactly what you need. You want to be very direct. You want to give uh, ChatGPT or your AI assistant as much information as you possibly can so it can help, so it can better assist you, right? So, for an example, you could say, when you give it a clear task, create a 7-day meal plan for beginners. That's a clear task for ChatGPT to follow or your AI assistant to follow. The next one, step 3, is add formatting details. Specify, you have to specify how you want the response. Do you want it listed in a table format? You give it that information. You give your AI assistant that information, how you want it formatted. Let's look at an example of a bad prompt. Tell me about marketing. If you put that prompt in ChatGPT or any other language model, it's probably going to give you like a vague response because it wasn't specific. It was very vague. But an example of a great prompt is act as a social media strategist, right? Or you can tell it to take on the persona of a social media strategist and create a 5-step Instagram growth plan for a small clothing business. This is an example, including content ideas and hashtags. So with this great prompt, it's clear, it's structured, and it's very detailed. So do you see the difference? The more specific and structured your prompt, the better the AI's response will be. This is key to making ChatGPT work for you. Okay. But I do want to go on the screen here. I do want to look at number 1, the secrets, more information regarding the secrets to effective prompt engineering. Number 1, we have here understanding AI's limitations and strengths. So AI predicts responses based on patterns. We talked about that earlier, not human reasoning. It excels at generating text, summarizing, and automating tasks, but may struggle with accuracy and subjective opinions. Number 2, the power of context in prompts. Again, we just talked about this. Clear, detailed prompts give better responses. Vague prompts lead to generic answers. So you want to always be very clear, be very specific, be very detailed whenever you are inputting information into ChatGPT or any other large LLM, okay, to get the desired response that you're looking for. Providing background information helps AI generate more relevant and accurate results. So you always want to give it a little bit of background information to help guide it, to help guide the correct responses that you're looking for. All right. And number 3, we went over this prompt strategy or structure that works. We talked about role assignment. We talked about specific task and formatting details. And we also talked about number 4, avoid common mistakes. You don't want to be too vague because if you're vague, if you have vague prompts, again, that equals generic responses. But if you have leading questions, it also leads to biased answers. Okay, these are common mistakes that people tend to have or to use when engaging with their chatbot or their AI assistant. And we also talked about the examples. Tell me about marketing, which is vague. Act as a digital marketing expert and create a 3-step social media growth strategy for startups. That's an effective prompt that you can utilize. Okay. We're going to move on to slide number 4. Oh, let me pause right here because I think if you guys have any questions or concerns, you're more than welcome to ask the question or present your information.
Hey, everybody. So we are just looking at the chat over on all of the other external platforms, YouTube, Facebook. So if you do have a question, I do see the hands raised. We're not bringing anyone up to the stage, but we love you though. Go ahead and put that question in the comments. We will read that question so that we give YouTube and Facebook also the opportunity to hear and engage on your questions. I know we want to verbalize it because we're in this social audio platform for Fanbase, but unfortunately, we want to do our best to make it as equal as possible. So it's only the comment feature during the training. When we do our live after party after this training, we will bring you guys up to the stage and we will have a whole fan base party on the context of the conversation. So Makeup, I see you do have your hand. Please drop your question in the comments. We'd love to address it in this brief intermission before we go on to the next part of this training. She just covered prompt engineering, which I think is so amazing and so specific. Let me just make sure I'm reading. Thank you, Martin. I see your comment in the chat. Thank you for understanding. Give us grace, y'all. We have been working for like the past 3 hours to make this as seamless as possible. And so I hope that you are seeing the quality of the production that we're trying to put on during our trainings. Makeup Therapy 55. I had such a pleasure to be with you on stage last night. I thank you for rocking out with us up until you had to go to bed. I hope you got you some rest. Y'all, she is dope, and she is bad. So I want you to take some time to follow her now because I see prophetically in my prophetic lens that she got some good stuff coming over here to Fanbase. So go ahead and follow her. She's going to be one to watch. Her question, Yoshika, in the comments is, and for YouTube and Facebook, go ahead and leave your comments and go ahead and leave your questions in the comment section. Her Makeup Therapy 55 over on Fanbase. If you don't know her, come check her out. She is a professional makeup artist for years, so she knows what to do with the brush, y'all. Her question is, what program do you suggest to learn to customize AI? I love this question. I yield the mic to you, Yoshika.
Well, the way that I have learned to customize AI is just by watching other people. I am in a lot of groups on Facebook, a lot of AI groups, and they share lots of prompts, different kinds of prompts for different industries. Makeup, I mean, just any industry you can think of, they have prompts that they share within the group. And I just learned from there, as well as there are some people that sell prompt guides where you can learn how to submit prompts to the LLMs. Um, I find a lot of information. I do a lot of research on YouTube as well. So, and also, not just that, I talk to the AI itself and have it to teach me how to engage better with it, how to um, customize my prompt. So I have it to refine it for me, to teach me how to do it. So those are the channels, the avenues that I utilize. I don't know what other people use. Like Marshall may use something or do something totally different. I don't know, but this is what I do. This is how I learn how to uh, customize AI. I hope that answers her question. If not, I can go further into detail if needed.
Great answer. I think, Teely, are we having some trouble with the live stream there? Or is it just on my end? Looks like we started back at the beginning. We may have to, is that just my end? Let me know.
Let me do all rooms and see what that does for me.
Yeah, I want to make sure we're keeping up. One moment, you guys. One moment, just making sure we're keeping up with the details over on Fanbase because I'm seeing us as our intro, and I want to make sure that that is not the case. Joyce is still
I think
talking in
that
the comments.
I think that is the case. So
Okay.
everything that I'm seeing right now is almost like a replay. Hey
So
y'all. So I don't that means that they can't hear us on fan base right now.
Okay, so let's mute on our end, and then I'll just go directly to the stage for them and have Facebook and YouTube just hold one moment, okay?
Athena, it might be good now. It just did something weird. Can you check Fanbase?
All right, y'all. It looks like we're back. I think we're back. I think we're good. It looks very current on the screen from my end. Drop a heart in the chat if you guys can see us, if you can hear us over on Fanbase. Okay, I see Joyce's emoji. Perfect. Whew, the app is apping, y'all. Wipe the sweat off my brow. Lord Jesus, let me tell you. Okay, I just want to start audio rooms because all of this production, I'm going to need a drink in Jesus' name. I think we're doing all right, though. I think we're doing all right. Okay, looks like we're back. Okay, so I hope we were able to answer the question. I know, just to recap for Makeup's question, Yoshika said plugging into community is super important to Makeup's question. Here's one of my little tricks that I do. Okay, here's my prompt engineering trick. And I want to share something that happened this morning as it pertains to prompt engineering. But one of the things that I like to do to ensure that I get the most quality-based answer from ChatGPT, or if I'm using Claude, is I use other artificial intelligent networks such as Gemini. Gemini is my go-to. I will go and have a full-blown conversation with Gemini for what I want my prompt to look like, what I'm trying to articulate that I just can't get out too well. And Gemini will actually prompt engineer for me and do a very detailed prompt that I can then take over to ChatGPT and plug it in that way. And many people might say, well, why are you going to plug something from one platform to the other? Because ChatGPT is usually a space where I hold all of my projects because it gives you a lot of options, which we went over in some previous training. And Yoshika may or may not touch on that in this particular training, but you have projects out of ChatGPT, you have tasks out of ChatGPT, and you have personalized GPTs, which Yoshika is going to talk about today. And so being able to articulate your words very well, utilizing another AI source and bringing it over into the current one that you're using can give you the best yielded result until you really learn how to articulate in text or written form yourself. So that's just one of the things that I like to do. I'm also going to say this. I was in prayer this morning and I was late. I was very, very late. I was very late to the party for our pre-show, or not our pre-show, but like our behind the scenes training. And I brought my personal coaching community into my prayer time. And the Lord began to deal with us in the prayer about being able to ensure that you are articulating facts. And he was coming from the terms of how a lot of times as believers, we use the Bible, we use scripture, and we use scriptures without proper context or knowing the origin. And he began to correlate how important, just like it is to prompt engineer, it's so important in your prayer time and what you're saying and what you're decreeing and declaring, that also is like a form of prompt engineering. I know it may sound weird, y'all, but everything that we're doing is very intentional. This community, this training is very intentional. I'm sorry, my grandpuppy, he's hostile, y'all. Just forgive him for he know not what he does. Okay, he know not what he does, but he's doing his job. He's protecting the house. And so it was just a really amazing opportunity to see how God would also bring in elements of what we would be training on today, even in our day-to-day. I said all that to say that when we're learning about prompt engineering and being as thorough and as specific as possible, it means something. It means that we're not being lazy. Too many times with artificial intelligence, we're very lax, we're very lazy a lot of times, and we become so dependent on AI that we lose the ability to be creative and to really work on being able to articulate what we're trying to say. So I just want to encourage you that when you're using artificial intelligence, while it is a helpmate, you want to make sure that you're doing what you need to do on the personal development and professional development side of you to ensure that you're growing as well as AI is growing. We don't want AI to grow past us. I don't know about you, and I'm gonna yield. I don't know about you, and I'm gonna yield. Okay. But I don't know nobody's phone number unless I see your photo on my phone. Okay. If I need help and my phone dies, I'm gonna need help to help me because I don't know a phone number. And I say that to say we become so crippled with technology because we're lazy. Period. Okay. I remember the days, and I ain't gonna age myself, but maybe I will, where you had a phone book and you literally wrote people's numbers. And how many people don't put in the chat if you had a phone book and you wrote the names in the phone book? Don't put in the chat if you remember 411 for information. 411. See, I didn't age myself. Where you hit 411 and said, I like this such and such number, and they would give you the number. And because I was so lazy in my mind, I wouldn't remember the number after the operator gave me the number, so I have to call 411 again. Okay, that's just me. All right. I said all of that again to say, and I yield, let's not be lazy when we're using artificial intelligence, people. Let's grow with the product. I yield over to T. Lee. Maybe we got some comments in the chat that we need to go over. I yield.
What's up, y'all? What's up? We in these fan base streets. You see it? I know you see it. We at 190, y'all. We at 190. Woo! We did it. Listen, we are out here and we are really pushing we are on the front lines pushing AI. We are really doing this. And I want you to know that everybody that's in this camp, by the way, go up to the top. You're going to see in the top right-hand corner, join the camp. You're going to want to join that camp because it's going to send you notifications every time we go live. We are really about pushing this AI, pushing this technology, and pushing it in a way that we can all easily understand and corral around. We got people from experts that really do this. Shout out Antra. I saw he was in a building, right? We got people who are just so new to this. It's so beginner level. Like, I'm a little intimidated. I'm a little shy. I don't know where to start. Listen, we got the whole spectrum. That's the whole purpose of the camp. But you got to join the camp to really see the full benefits of being a part of it. We got a lot lined up for you all. We got a whole presentation. She ain't even halfway through, right? But we did want to stop to try to take some questions. Athena, help me monitor the chat and see if you see any questions that popped up from here or YouTube. But again,
This chat is
join
blowing
not
up.
just the camp.
I didn't expect the chat to be doing all of this. I'm on the speaking tongues. I'm at the time my bow tie by Honda. I mean, we're at 208.
Right.
The numbers are growing. YouTube is growing. Like, when God says do something and you do it, look what you get. I'm
You
just gonna
just do it. You
some
just do
people,
it, okay?
he just do it. Listen, some people said they had a phone book. Some people saying they remember 411, 911. Yeah,
Let's go.
listen, go ahead, just go. Let me shut up. I'm just excited to be excited.
And I'm excited to be here. Listen, 213, do me a favor. At the very top, you're going to see underneath the stream, you're going to see my page. Add me, add Athena, add Yoshika, add Joyce. Shout out to Joyce, holding down the onboarding rooms. If you are new, first off, if you are new to Fanbase, you're new to these Fanbase streets and you need some help, you need some guidance, Joyce holds down the onboarding room. Shout out, love those. He be holding down the onboarding room. So if you need step-by-step guidance on how to work these Fanbase streets, you definitely gonna want to catch one of them rooms. So shout out to them. Add them. Click on the profile, click on their PTR, and follow them, right? When it comes to this camp, in the top right-hand corner, you want to join the camp. Join the camp so you can stay tuned to all things Amplify Network. Okay. So if do we have any other questions that we want to address before we let
Yeah,
Yoshika go
I
in?
wanna make sure that they understand that it's comments only. I did see some hands all the way down in them numbers, okay? Because I had to scroll, and then I had to scroll again. Oh yeah, I had to scroll one more time, and I saw some raised hands. Listen, the raise hand feature for this part of the training, we have disabled in the sense that we're not bringing anyone up to the stage right now. The after party's coming, so stay there, okay? But right now, we're only doing in the comments. So shift all your questions, your interactions, everything, put it in the comments, load it up. We will address it. We will call it out. We will answer it. But we want Facebook and YouTube to have the same experience as Fanbase audio space is having. And then the after party, we hope to drag them over to Fanbase, right? You see how we did that? We're going to drag them over to Fanbase because that's where they need to be for the after party. That actually rhyme. I'm going to say it again. We're going to drag them over to Fanbase because that's where they need to be, okay? So we're going to do that after the show. So drop your comments in the comment section, and I promise we will get to it. I yield.
All right. So what that means is we gonna keep the show rolling because there's more slides that we gonna get through. We want to break down these concepts a little bit more, but please stay tuned for the after party. We got some experts in the building. I already shouted them out. I want to shout them out one more time. Antra Motivator. If he could post something in the chat so y'all can call your attention to the chat. He is a strong brother in AI. We talking about expert level people that can build this stuff with their eyes closed, right? We out here following in their footsteps and we're taking the baby steps and we are moving as a collective together. So you're gonna want to be connected to us. Join the camp, follow us, follow Antra. We're gonna have the after party later, but Yoshika, we want you to be able to move through the rest of the slides, and then after
Mhm.
that, we'll come back and open up questions. So y'all put those questions in the chat, and we're gonna come right back to you. Yoshika, are you ready?
I am ready. I am
Hey.
ready. Yeah. I do want to say that I mean, this AI stuff is so fascinating. It really is, to be able to engage with your AI assistant and to give it an input and get something in return. It's just fascinating to me. That's part of the reason why I have such passion for artificial intelligence, because I know what it can do. I know that it could change lives. It could change people's lives, right? So, with that being said, my next part is mastering ChatGPT for personal and professional use. Okay. So now that you know how to ask great questions, let's talk about how ChatGPT can be used in real life. We want to look at some use cases, how you can take this ChatGPT AI assistant chatbot and utilize it in real life. Okay. So the first part that I want to go over is personal productivity. AI can AI can plan your day. It can set reminders and help with goal tracking. That's for personal productivity. Business and marketing. It can generate ad copy. It can help with emails and social media posts in seconds, right? The creative workflows. This is for writers, musicians, and designers. Can use it to brainstorm ideas and create content around those ideas. Education and research. ChatGPT, since we're focusing on ChatGPT, this large language model, ChatGPT can summarize books, generate study guides, and explain concepts. Okay. Tech and development. Developers can use it to debug code, learn new programming languages, and automate tasks. I know I'm utilizing it right now to learn Python because I want to create a custom GPT that will connect to my Excel spreadsheet for my trucking business. I wanted to be able to, engage with my Excel spreadsheet. Okay. So that's how I'm utilizing it to build. I want to utilize it to build a custom GPT for that purpose. Okay. That's just an example. So I want to give another example. I want you guys to imagine you're a content creator. Instead of spending hours brainstorming, you can have ChatGPT generate 30 content ideas in seconds. Then you refine and execute. It's like having your own AI powered assistant, AI powered employee right there at your fingertips, right there. So, my question for you is, how do you use ChatGPT today? Or if you haven't used it much, what would you like it to help you with? That's a question I want you to kind of think about. What do you want it to help you with? It can help you with just about anything that you can think of. It helps you to become smarter. If you want to learn more about a certain topic, you want to learn a new language, it's right there to help you. All you have to do is give it a prompt, a detailed prompt like we went over earlier, and so it can give you the information that you're seeking. And also, another good thing to do is have it ask you questions so it can give you better responses. So that's another important thing to do, to make sure that it's understanding what you want it to do. Have it to ask you questions. All right. So I want to move on to slide number 5, which is custom GPTs, creating your own AI assistant. I'm going to talk about this a little bit. Okay. Now, this is one of the most exciting features inside of ChatGPT, in my opinion, right? Because you're able to utilize it to build whatever it is that you want to build. This lets you create your own personalized for a specific person, for a specific purpose. Create your own personalized AI assistant for a specific task. What is custom GPT? It's a version of ChatGPT that you can customize to have a unique personality and tone, to follow specific instructions, and to focus on certain topics or skills. Okay? So here are some example use cases that I want to share with you. For our business owners, an AI chatbot that can answer custom inquiries about products or services. For students and teachers, an AI tutor that explains math problems step by step. Just think of if you have children and you're wanting the child to be tutored in a specific area that the child is having difficulty in, your AI chatbot could assist with that. ChatGPT has the advanced voice mode where you're able to speak verbally with the AI assistant, and it could help you in that way as well. It also has vision. It could see. You can share your screen. You can share your screen with it so it can see exactly what you're talking about, or take a picture and upload it so it will know exactly what it's what you're talking about, so it can give you a better answer to your questions or concerns or any help that you need. So that is a wonderful feature, because I find myself talking to the advanced voice mode like I'm talking to another human being. It's just that sophisticated. And that's what I love about it, because that engagement is like having a friend. that's always there. I can just turn her on and off anytime that I want. And she's always there. She's patient. I call her Evie. I gave her the name Evie. She answers to Evie through ChatGPT, right? So I talk with her, I ask her questions about certain things, and she gives me an answer, and we engage in conversation. She helps me come up with different, ideas of starting businesses, different kinds of things that I want to do in the future. I brainstorm with her, and she's there to provide that information to me. And that's what I love about it, very versatile. Okay. So recap here on the screen, it says what are custom GPTs. I have that, all that information, custom AI models you can build inside of ChatGPT. No coding required. That's another good thing. You don't have to know how to code in order to build these custom GPTs inside of ChatGPT. You simply set instructions, give it rules, and tell it how to behave whenever uh, people are engaging with it. Because with custom GPTs, you're able to set it for only you to see it. You don't have to make it public. Public is when other people could use your custom GPT that you created inside of ChatGPT, right? You can set it to only me. That means only you would be able to engage with that particular custom GPT, or you could share it with other people by sending a link where other people are able to access it who has the link, right? So those are the three ways that you can um, uh, share your GPT if you decide that you want to share it, as well as keep it private for yourself. Okay. So how do custom GPTs work? Number one, define a purpose. That's what anything. You want to have a purpose of why you're creating your GPT for your custom GPT in the first place. Think about what you want it to help you with or help others with, right? So you're defining the purpose of it. Okay. Could it be for business? Is it for education? Is it for creative works? Whatever it may be, but you have to define a purpose, define your purpose. Then you set the behavior, the tone, the response style, the formatting of it. Okay. Number three, you want to upload knowledge. If you want to upload knowledge, you're able to do that. So it can pull from that knowledge base if you want to upload some type of files or some type of sources. If needed, you're able to do that to make it smarter, to make it so that it could be well-rounded, so it can know a little bit more about what you want it to do. So you can upload the knowledge. And number four, use and refine. Continuously improve your AI assistant. You're constantly changing things on the back end, taking things out, whatever you need to do. You're able to go in and refine your custom GPT, right? And again, the use cases for custom GPTs, we just went over those. And let's look at a quick example. Right here, it says a real estate agent can create a custom GPT that instantly provides home buying tips, mortgage information, and market trend tailored to clients. That's another use case for creating a custom GPT for real estate agents. Okay, so we're going to move on to our slide number 6. Slide number 6. This one here is practical application to evaluate your
Hey, sis,
workflow.
let's pause there really
Want to
quick.
pause? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's pause a moment. We'll bring Zero back up to the stage. We just want to pause a moment because she gave you a lot of information, sis. Let's go back to that slide. Sorry, let's go back to that previous slide because there was a lot in there to unpack, and we have some comments before we go deeper. We just want to honor all of the comments. Thank you so much, Yoshika. She did an amazing job at this presentation, y'all. and really doing her due diligence. So I am so proud of her. We are loving the comment section, and I'm trying to read. I want to recap a couple of questions. First of all, I want to shout out Love Those and Joyce. Thank you so much. We appreciate you for your sharing the room. We thank you for the numbers. I mean, we just wanted to put a little group together. We wouldn't have thought we got numbers like this. So we're really, really humbled and grateful by the audience. Thank you guys so much for seeing the value in what we have put together here. We are like overwhelmingly humble and blessed by it. I want to go back to Makeup and Felicia's question. Makeup, we did answer your question in regards to how to really get the best answer out of ChatGPT. Or let me just go back because I want to make sure we do our due diligence. And we gave some really good recaps on that, and you'll get the replay over on YouTube. Let me just say this, you guys. I do want to say this before I go into the questions. If you have joined our Amplify YouTube channel, that is my personal channel. That has now changed. We do have a AmplifAI Network YouTube channel. Go ahead and type that in and subscribe specifically to that channel. It will be up and running for our next training. So I just want to get that out there. If you subscribe to the current YouTube channel, that is now going to change to the Amplified Network. We are branding everything across the board. We're doing this for real, y'all. This is not just an audio room. This is a business. We are doing everything by the book so that we can show everybody the example of when you come together. And I just got to shout out Fanbase because this group started as a result of the Fanbase audio rooms. We met one another. We had synergy, and God gave us an idea. We implemented that idea, and the next week we were putting together the branding and the business and really solidifying Amplified Network as an entity. And I want to say that because it's very important to know that this is a level playing field. And we're in an opportunity. We're in a season of opportunity. Take it and get it while the iron is hot. Now, Felicia in the comments said, hello from Detroit. What up, Detroit? She says, I've started using ChatGPT to help me write lesson plans and create worksheets. Love that. She says, doing the prompts are a challenge, though. And that, again, goes back to that prompt engineering. It is really hard, right, to articulate the prompts that you need. Like I said before, I use Gemini a lot of times for my prompt engineering currently, because I'm able to get Gemini to really articulate good prompts for what I need. And then I take that into my ChatGPT space since my projects are built out there. Another thing about really articulating your prompt engineering concept is, like Yoshika said, using the voice feature. If you hit the voice feature on ChatGPT, sometimes speaking it and really brainstorming with chat can help you. Mine is Marty. I name him Marty. I have a fetish for white guys, so just forgive me. I'm sorry. I know that probably wasn't the right thing to say in the fan base space, but I do. Okay, I'm just sorry. Okay, just a little bit. So Marty does it for me. Okay, so when I go over to ChatGPT, I just try to get Marty to understand what I'm articulating, even though I don't know what I'm saying. And oftentimes, when you do the voice feature, they can translate what you're trying to get over, what you're trying to say, if you continue to work with them, and they build up to get to know you. Okay. I hope that answered your question.
I don't know, Athena. I like my chocolate. I like my milk chocolate. I
You
like
like
my
your
dark
robot.
chocolate.
There's a difference.
No,
You like
no,
your robot. Okay.
I like my chocolate robot.
I don't mind chocolate. Now, let me say, I don't mind a little bit of chocolate, but I just say I got a little fetish. I got a little fetish. Somebody else had a question in
All
here.
the
I wanted
chocolate, holla.
Hush your mouth. Hush your mouth. Get on topic. This ain't the room. This ain't the room. Okay, we're gonna pray for her later behind the scenes. Want to shout out Tim for answering some questions over in the chat. He said, "Hey, Laurent, it depends on your programming." I think Lauren was asking about she does spreadsheets and things like that, and sometimes just knowing the compatible programs is super important. So he made a good point. He says programming language can do automations. However, Python is one of the languages used in OpenAI. So yeah, when you're getting into coding and you really want to build out and you're really at that level, Python and ChatGPT or OpenAI are very compatible with one another. Spaz, y'all forgive me for these names because y'all know y'all got the most wildest name. I'm just who I am. But y'all got all these decode names and like I ain't giving my government name. I understand, but trying to keep up with y'all, help me make it make sense. Use ChatGPT in a custom mode to accommodate those who are neurodivergent. See, he just went deep and he put it all caps. So there was really trying to communicate something. And I hear Joyce getting really excited. I thought I heard Joyce say something. It could be just in my head because Joyce is everywhere and every place. It says really bridges those gaps in interpreting communications. I'm sorry, y'all. I am a totally clown and comedian outside of my real job. So y'all forgive me. We have Ray Wright. Say that 10 times in a row. Ray Wright. Yeah, I hear you, Joyce. I hear you. I thought it was Jesus for a minute, but it's you. I hear you. Ray Wright says, hey, Lauren, if you have a ChatGPT Plus account, you can create them with no additional cost. Absolutely. And we're going to get into how you can create those custom ChatGPTs. She says, there we go. I missed so much. Do we typically have to pay to use the feature in ChatGPT? Yes. If you want to get all of the bells and whistles in ChatGPT, you do have to pay that $20. Okay, go on, pay that $20. Now, one of the things I like to say is learn which platform you're most compatible with, because you might be most compatible with Gemini or you might be more compatible with Claude versus ChatGPT. So you really have to use the free versions and fill them out to see which one responds to you best and go from there. Any other questions I missed, Z?
No, but I do want to shout out like the camp in the upper right hand corner. You want to go ahead and join the camp. You will see right underneath the three dots next to the green banner. Join the camp. That gives you notifications the next time when we go live, every time when we're doing something dope. Every Saturday, 7 p.m. EST, we're coming as a collective and we are pushing out content, but we're also building and learning together. And some of our discussions are very interactive. Some of them are step-by-step instructions and tutorials, all of the fun stuff. So everybody that you want to see on the stage, go ahead and click on each PTR, which is just short for picture, right? Click on each person and then follow them, right? That's how you're going to stay connected. That's how you're going to stay in the know of every time when we go live. I kick it back to you.
Love it, love it, love it. I want to give YouTube some shine. Joyce was talking about how she uses artificial intelligence in presentations and tutorials, ChatGPT Copilot. And if you don't know, Joyce is in every place and in every space. She has duplicated herself virtually. So she really knows how to utilize it. We have Latanya over on YouTube says, yes, it is. I have conversations with my AI. She's almost human. We talk about some amazing things and she gives me great feedback and helps me create strategic plans for all major areas in my life. And I love that because talking to ChatGPT is so much easier than really typing in. I'm a type person, so I'll type, but sometimes if I'm sitting late in bed and I'm working, I'll have a conversation with ChatGPT. And just a side note, and I'm going to give it back to Yoshika, you can actually call 1-800-CHAT-GPT and talk to that heifer on the phone while you're driving home from work and you got an idea. Go and call ChatGPT at 1-800-CHAT or ChatGPT. Okay, literally has a whole phone number. Okay, so you can call and interact with her for things that you might need on the go. So if you didn't know, now you know. I'm going to pass it back over to Yoshika. Yoshika, you got it.
All right, so let me move on to the next part. I'm going to go to slide number 6 and look at some of the information here. This pretty much just talks about practical applications to elevate your workflow, right? So we're talking about automating tedious tasks. You can let AI handle repetitive work efficiently, generating high quality content fast, create engaging material in record time, personalized AI assistants, custom GPTs that we just went over, tailored to your specific needs, and enhancing brainstorming. You can supercharge your idea or ideas generation process. So these are some practical applications to elevate your workflow. Let's look at a real world scenario here. So imagine, I just want you to imagine you're a solopreneur. You can have ChatGPT generate an entire content calendar, draft your social media posts, and even craft personal responses to customer inquiries automatically. So, this is a real world scenario that you can utilize. Let's move on to slide number 7. Slide number 7 goes over insider tips to stay ahead in the AI revolution. Experiment with prompts. Try different styles to find what works best for you. And with prompt learning, you can just start out very basic and then you start building upon your prompts. You make it a little bit more specific each and every time. You can start out basic just to get a feel. Whenever you're inputting, you're getting your AI assistant to help you with, or if you're into image generation, generating images and you want to type in a prompt, just start out very basic with your prompt. See what you get. See what type of image comes up from your prompt. And then you start building. So that's what you do with anything regarding prompt engineering. You just start basic, learn the ropes, and then just continue to build upon your prompts where you're able to be more specific in giving your AI assistant um, detailed, specific instructions uh, that could help you, right? So it could help you. Okay. Next, leverage GPTs, memory. Use AI's context awareness for personalization. Utilize scheduled tasks. That's a new feature inside of Chat GPT where you are able to schedule tasks. These are more like reminders. It could be a little bit more than that. On the surface, this is what I understand it to be, where you can schedule tasks, where it can help you to remember certain things that you need to do. I need to dive deeper into scheduled tasks. That may be another training that I will do in the future. But it is there. If you are a paid subscriber, a plus user, and a pro user, you're able to utilize the scheduled task within ChatGPT. And the way that you access it is if you click on the drop down menu with all the different models, you'll be able to see the one that has, like, I think it's GPT-4, GPT-4o with scheduled task or something like that. You'll be able to see it, but it's in beta, but it's there for you to utilize and to test out for automation. Okay. And the last one is to stay updated, keep abreast of the latest AI innovations. I know that it could be a bit challenging because AI is advancing so rapidly. But what I do is I follow certain people on YouTube that keeps up with all of the different AI, the new AI tech, the new AI information. And I follow those certain people so I can stay abreast of what's going on because it could become very overwhelming. You learn something today, and tomorrow is like the stuff that you learned today is ancient. That's how fast, that's how rapidly AI is advancing. So just try to stay abreast of AI as much as you can, so you wouldn't get left behind, because it's very easy to get left behind when dealing with artificial intelligence. I tell you, this year they're talking about the AI agents. This is the year of AI agents. These agents, these not just AI agents, autonomous AI agents that act like employees that will be able to carry out tasks for you with little to no help, just like a regular human being, but you're dealing strictly with artificial intelligence. And just think if you have a swarm of AI agents working in your business, you're in business by yourself, but you got a group of AI agents, autonomous AI agents, where you give them instructions and they go off and do those particular tasks for you and then come back and report to you, you know, with no human, little to no human intervention. So this is where we are. We're here. The future is here when it's dealing with artificial intelligence. The last part here is use AI responsibly and ethically. So you do want to ensure AI is used fairly, respects privacy, and avoids bias. Always verify information and prioritize ethical decision making. Okay. For example, if you manage a business, AI can help you predict customer trends before before they happen. That's just an example in regards to staying ahead in the AI revolution. All right. And the next part is the future of AI and what's coming next. Here we have the number one, we have better AI memory and context awareness. Number two, we have more advanced AI video and image generation. I do know that to be true because I am slowly moving into AI filmmaking and just looking at how advanced the um, the AI videos are. It's just mind blowing, you know. So more advanced AI video and image generation. Number three, AI as a personal assistant for everyday life. And number four, AI powered creativity and business growth. So, another example is AI is moving towards becoming a true virtual assistant, capable of scheduling your day, summarizing your meetings, and even handling repetitive work tasks in real time. And that's where the AI agents come into play here. So, our closing and call to action here, a recap. Prompt engineering is the key to better AI results. Custom GPTs let you create personal AI assistants inside of ChatGPT. AI is evolving rapidly, so stay ahead of the curve. So, the next steps: number one, try advanced prompts and automation. Experiment with AI in your work. Number two, explore custom GPTs. And you're able to access these custom GPTs through the ChatGPT app. And what you're going to do, if you have the paid account, you're able to click on that Explore GPTs, and you can look at other GPTs that have been created by other people. There are a lot of them. So you're able to just kind of scroll and look at all of the other GPTs that are under the Explore tab, or you can create your own. So once you click on that Explore GPT tab, you're able to go to the far right hand corner and click create a GPT, and you're able to start from there. Okay. You can allow ChatGPT to assist you in creating your custom GPT, or you can do it on your own. There's another tab where it says customize, so you're able to customize it from scratch and build it out the way that you want it to be built out. All right. And number three, I'm towards the end where it says stay connected. I do encourage each and every one of you guys to follow the Amplify AI Network for future AI insights. And we'll have additional trainings and just engage with everyone regarding artificial intelligence. So, my final thought here is AI is not just the future, it's happening right now. The question is, how will you use it? I want us to continue the conversation. And I thank you guys for listening. I thank you guys for just having me to be able to discuss this information regarding artificial intelligence with you. Again, I'm very passionate about artificial intelligence because I know what it could do for us in our everyday life, in our business life, uh, just uh, just as a whole. It's just it's just amazing to me how we're able to engage with the machine and it engages back with us in a natural manner like we're talking to a regular human being. It's just so fascinating to me. And so I thank you guys, and I'll be back to talk about additional information regarding artificial intelligence. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
What?
Yoshika. We so go ahead, see. There's so much. So
Oh
excited. There's so
my
much. There's so
listen.
much. Go for it.
Listen, Yoshika, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're
Just
welcome.
for so many different things. For so many different things. I appreciate you being somebody that has a collaborative spirit. I appreciate you for being someone that is excited about technology, excited about all things AI. And I appreciate you not being a walled garden with that information, and how you can sit amongst people who are doing things and who are like-minded and willing to, let's all come together and come around the table, right?
Yes.
You don't always find that energy in a lot of spaces, but we want to change that narrative because there's so many people out here like us that do want to collaborate, that do want
Hmm.
to support each other, that do want to show up and pull up to rooms, that do want to cross pollinate and spread this back, because it's we will get left behind if we don't figure out how to collaborate, how to show up, and how to be in unison with each other. And so I appreciate you because I see those qualities and that willingness, and how
Hmm.
much you were just really willing to roll up the sleeves and come to the
Yes.
table and build. So shout
Yes.
out to you. Shout out to everybody that pulled up in the room. There's so many people that I saw coming in the room. I think we hit up to 250 earlier. We
Hmm.
currently at, I believe, 229. This is just a blessing, y'all. We were just a group of people that just wanted to nerd out on AI. And we see that the nerd is nerding, right? The nerd is nerding, and we're building community. And that's what Fanbase was all about to begin with. So shout out to Isaac. Shout out to his team holding it down. They're doing so much to raise money to invest in this platform. If you're not already invested in this platform, you want to go check it out. Support this platform, support this vehicle for us as content creators and people who want to build communities to be able to do it right here on Fanbase. Let's go. Shout out to everybody that's in the room that pulled up, that wanted to learn, who saw everything in the hallway but decided to click on this one. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for being here. Listen, if you haven't already joined the camp, top right hand corner, join that camp. What that's going to do is it's going to allow you to get notifications every time when we go live. When do we go live? Every Saturday, 7 p.m. EST. We pull up and we got something special, and we got special guests, and we do tutorials and demonstrations and presentations, and we have the after party. And the after party is where we jump on fan base audio, and then we just build and talk together. We break down different concepts. So Athena, I'm gonna kick it over to you. If everybody who is in the room right now, you see everybody who's on the stage. Again, I want to shout out Joyce. Thank you for being here. Love those. Thank you for being here. For anyone who is not familiar, these two, they really hold it down. These are two of many fan ambassadors on this platform, but these were the two that I originally met that gave me my big welcome party, right? They showed me step by step how to work this platform. And I ain't never been on a social media platform that does that. right? Where you got somebody that's there to welcome you and take you on a tour. Shout out, shout out. And I think word on the street is Love Those is doing one-on-one consultations. I mean, yeah, you might want to add him if you don't know who he is. Look on the at the right underneath me. You gonna check out Love Those, check out Joyce, and they're doing one-on-one consultations on how to do the very thing that we're doing right now. Right now. So if you can see yourself up here, you got some content that you want to push, and we got a group of people in the audience. Shout out to Nino Black. I saw him in a building. Shout out, shout out. We got a lot of very awesome people in who have pulled up, and so I just want to just reiterate that we are thankful for the community. We're thankful for what Fanbase represents, what it can be, what it's grown into, and we're thankful for AmplifAI Network, which is a collective of people, no matter where you're at in your tech journey. If you are just starting out, if you are intimidated by all this stuff, if you don't know where to start, this is the perfect place for you to be. If you are someone who you know a little bit, you don't need the basics, you already know a little bit and you're looking to grow it beyond that, this is the perfect place for you to be. And if you're an expert and you know your stuff and you're willing to reach back and teach us something, this is the perfect place for you to be as well. And so we're building this collective and we pulling up every Saturday, 7 p.m. EST. You already know what it is. I'm T Lee, also known as Zero Win. You can catch me on in these fan base streets. Sometimes I'm on my goofiness. Sometimes I'm on my AI robot stuff because I want an AI robot husband. That's what it is. Hey, listen, argue with someone else. I'm building one. We gonna build it. And I'm just thankful. So, Athena, it is on you. Why don't you close this out?
Listen,
Oh,
I am so excited.
Athena,
Go ahead.
excuse me. Excuse me. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I do want to share with you guys um, this PowerPoint that I created was done utilizing artificial intelligence. I use Gamma AI, GAMMA AI, to assist me in creating this PowerPoint. I don't know if you guys may use PowerPoint or slide decks in your business or whatever. I just wanted to share that information with you. You may or may not have heard of Gamma AI, but Gamma AI is a very powerful tool for slide decks where you're able to upload your own information. You can upload text. You can type it in of what you want the slides to be about, or you can upload a file. It is amazing. I just wanted to share that with you guys, just in case if you want to utilize PowerPoint slides or slide decks in your business, you're able to do that. Put in a prompt or whatever, and it will create all the slides for you with the pictures, the content, and everything. And you can just go and edit that content if needed. And I just wanted to share that. Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I appreciate you sharing that because that shows how we utilize artificial intelligence even for what we do. We're using what we're teaching about, and we're super excited about that. I want to kind of pull back a little bit and kind of touch on some things on the second to last slide because there was so much in that slide. And one of the things that I want to say is that we tend to get this ideology that artificial intelligence is taking over. And what oftentimes what individuals who feel that way fail to realize is that it's not the artificial intelligence that's taking over, it's the individual who's behind the artificial intelligence that's taking over. And so we don't want to be the ones left behind where our careers are snuffed out because we didn't do our due diligence to get behind the scenes and learn what we need to learn, increase our capacity to understand and begin to incorporate and facilitate it in our own businesses, our day-to-day life and activities. And so we want to change that narrative. We want to dispel that lie so to speak, because with every evolution in time and with every growing industry, you have to be willing to kind of step up and show up so that you don't get snuffed out or left behind. And so I appreciate you, Yoshika, for that amazing presentation. So jam packed. And yeah, we definitely have to come back. We're really trying to close out what we call the large language models. That's what you saw us teaching on today. ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, those are considered text language models where you type in something and it responds to you, because next month is Black History Month, and we will be doing everything with the theme of Black History Month. So we're super excited. Listen, y'all, we are really working hard behind the scenes. Me and T. Lee are usually on the phone for like 8 to 9 hours just trying to figure things out. And our trainings, like our behind the scenes preparation, are like 3 to 4 hours. So we play no games when it comes to the AmplifAI Network community. And we are really excited to be in the position to be able to roll this out. So like T. Lee said, we are here every Saturday. Listen, I want to shout out a couple of things. We're working on something super secret for March. God help us to launch this thing in March. But in the interim of that super secret thing, we do have a community. If you want to keep the conversation going, if you want to be a part of the conversation, if you really want to see live streams, if you really want to be in what we are posting in our private community, go ahead to the Band app. I dropped the link in the comments. You might have to scroll down, scroll up a bit, but it is there. We built out a temporary home where we can continue to converse, where we can continue to incorporate the ever evolving things that is AI. And we knew that we needed to have a space for like-minded individuals to continue to go to have the conversation when we're not in the audio room spaces. Definitely don't want to take away from that, but we did need a place where we could just download a lot of our work, a lot of the things that we're doing with artificial intelligence. I want to say this with Yoshika and with T. Lee. We're not just in the audio rooms, We're actually real life business owners, real life people doing real life things. And so we're not here just to try to gain numbers or to be popular or to show off. We really are trying to serve our community and example what that looks like, in addition to our full-time jobs and our entrepreneurial endeavors. So I want to shout out Yoshika. She is in, like she said, the healthcare space. She is a speech pathologist. And most importantly, she's serving children with, what's the word that you use, T. Lee? Because I like your word better than disabled or challenged. What's your word?
Differently abled. So there we go. Differently abled, and it's accessibility in general, but differently abled. Shout out Tim. Shout out Nino Black. What's up?
Boop, 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 boop. So differently abled children, and she does it in such a beautiful way with her artificial intelligence, with her videos. You guys have not seen her videos, but her videos are dope. She creates her own music to those videos, and she uses it in her practice. She uses it in her church when she's helping children learn the Bible. So we really do utilize these things. Shout out to T. Lee, aka Zero In, for her company that she is building out. That is super dope, super phenomenal, and that vision is going to come to pass. And it's going to really provide some really phenomenal access to differently abled individuals and non-differently abled individuals alike. And so shout out to these two women that I'm so blessed to share this stage with. We're super excited, y'all. So again, join our YouTube channel. Go look it up, AmplifAI Network. It should pop up. We'd love to have your digital currency there as a subscriber. Join our camp. That way you get notifications every Saturday when we come on. Or if we just get a spontaneous spark and we want to drop a audio room, definitely want you to be connected there so that you do not miss out. And then also join our band community. That is a temporary holding space for something that we really are excited about that we're going to be doing. We're working on now and hopefully launch in March. And we will let you know when we feel like we got a good handle on it. But we are working out some good things. I want to jump to the comments really quick because they're going crazy over on YouTube. So I just want to try to grab some. Thank you, Joyce, for saying shout out to Fanbase users for showing up. I do want to shout out all of the new TikTok migration. I don't really call y'all TikTok because we all use these platforms. You're people. You're not TikTok. You're not Facebook. You're not Instagram. You're people. And so we want to just thank you for coming over to this space and bringing your value, bringing your intelligence, bringing your conversation, even bringing your shenanigans, because I know we got some shenanigans. I saw it in the Facebook streets today. But thank you for coming here to a platform where you definitely are honored by your worth with loves. And so if you don't know about loves, it's that red heart. If you feel like you've been given some value, tap that red heart and show some love to those who you feel are adding value to you, and we will reciprocate. They will reciprocate. But that's how we do. We're moving away from the thumbs up, like, and we're hitting the loves. I know I invest every pay period. Through my business, I purchase love so that I can have at least 1,000 loves to give. And I never enter an audio space on the Fanbase platform without loving up the stage, even if it's 1 heart per person, because giving and pouring is something I love to do. So thank you for that, Joyce, the shout out. Joyce also said, this is what intentional looks like. Shout out to Isaac for providing a platform for content creators to network. Come on, Joyce. This is what it look. What she said, this is what it look like. This is what it look like. This is what it look like. Okay. And we have also Joyce is just all up in the comments. I'm gonna read one more. She says, hey y'all, trending on Fanbase. I can't get back into Fanbase room, but shout out to AmplifAI Network trending higher than low facts room. I don't know who that is, but I guess he's somebody important if Joyce shouted him out.
Ooh, no, you did. Lou Facts.
Okay,
Mr.
listen,
Lou Facts.
I'm just
We
saying.
talk about Mr. Lou Facts. Come on now. Intellectual gang banging. Pull up. Pull up.
I don't know. I don't know these people because I
No,
don't
shout out to Lou Facts though. Shout out to Lou Facts.
out.
Big shout out. He's
We
doing a
appreciate
lot for Fanbase. He's doing a lot to bring people here. Shout out to him. Everybody a part of intellectual gang banging. Shout out.
Love y'all. We appreciate y'all all for everything that you all contribute to the app. All right, we are going to continue our after party in these Fanbase streets. If you are not on Fanbase and we in this live stream, YouTube and Facebook, we sorry for you, but we don't have to be. You can come on over, create a Fanbase account. You're going to get paid just because you leave a comment or you interact. So we would suggest in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 seconds that you come on over, create your profile, get in these Fanbase streets, watch where you're going because they will run you over, however, but come on and get in these audio spaces and join the after party because these people like to talk to the wee hours of the night, and we're going to give them an opportunity to do that. So we are signing out over here in these YouTube and Facebook streets. We appreciate you guys for joining us as well. Fanbase, hold on, stay right there. We're not signing out over there. You just hold on one moment. Give us time to shut these people down. We'll see you over in them Fanbase streets. Love you all so much. See you next week, Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 2 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time. All the rest, you're going to have to ChatGPT it. Bye now.